Okay, welcome to my Unity project. I'm going to show a couple different scripts here, a couple different projects. This is a script I use for this grab ball scene. Basically, it just gives you the ability to look at this ball, pick it up, throw it. That's really all there is to this one. I also added my menus so you can navigate to the different scenes in here. Um, so yeah, let's see. Here's the script. Ideally, I would like to use Visual Studio for this, but I didn't want to pay for it, so I'm using Sublime. I was using Visual Studio Code at one point, but for some reason it was giving me errors, so I switched over to this. Sometimes I will copy this code over to Visual Studio Code, then copy it back into Sublime and save it. So this is my logic here. You can look it over. I'm not too concerned about this code. Um, so yeah, it's just some basic logic. If you look in the scene here, I've got a player with the main camera. There's a capsule collider on the player. The main camera is attached to the player. I'm using GVR pointer physics. It's a Google specific library, GVR reticle pointer. And then this player has these hands. They're like little Minecraft hands, basically these two cubes. And then on the hand, there's a grab script also. I'll show you the script also. So it's right here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Also, this cube rotates. Yeah, if you click on it, it switches rotation. So that's another very, very basic script. Okay, so let's go into my scene. This assets folder is really messy. So if you look in here, I got some fonts. I imported some custom Google fonts for TextMess Pro. I've got the Google VR stuff in here. I've got a bunch of scenes, quite a few scripts here that I've made. A lot of these are custom. The VR gaze one is pretty powerful, specifically for Google Cardboard. There's a couple for animating characters within my scenes. So I've got this pack here. It's called Cool Pack. This is stuff that I'd made in another project and then imported into this project. So I got a couple FBX files. I did a custom 3D animation on this break, and then this is a Lamborghini. I put that into Blender and then exported that into Unity. I also was experimenting with putting that into Maya as well. I did the animation within Unity for this. Other than that, I got some prefabs for video. So if I want to get video into my project, I can do that very quickly with these files right here. And then these are just some custom materials I'd made for the Lamborghini. All right, let's go into my scenes. The main scene that I'm going to show you is the I Can Fly one. Okay, as this loads up. So if you see in here, obviously there's music playing. I'm not using 3D audio in this specific scene, but I did use 3D audio in some of my other scenes. If you look at this girl, it animates her. So that's a custom script I made. And there's still some tweaking I might do to that. This is still a beta version. If you look at this sphere right here, if you hover over it, it changes colors. And then the reticle fills in. That's a custom script. And then once the reticle fills in, you fly. So pretty neat little thing. Basically, when you look at that sphere, it triggers a custom animation, which I will show you. Let's see if I can get to her. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see the event triggers right here. So when the pointer enters, it changes the color of the sphere. And then also on pointer exit, it changes back. And then the event triggers for the flying. And then also the cube rotates. You can't really tell, but I put that rotate cube script on the cube also. I'm not really using that. You can't really tell because of the way the shading is. So if you go to... I'll show the animation for the player. I did several different versions of this, so you can see. Basically, when you stare at that cube long enough, it triggers the animation to make you fly. And I could make this a lot smoother, and I'm probably going to in future versions of this application. But I just wanted to quickly get this up to show what I can do. Yeah, so that's it. I ran through a couple of my scripts. I showed a couple different prefabs. I showed a couple different scenes. I did a few different versions of the main menu. This is the main menu scene. Pretty straightforward here. There's a canvas with a panel. different buttons on it. So basically, if you click on one of these buttons, it sends you to a different scene. I use Text Mesh Pro on this. And yeah, right now I can't really think of anything else that I specifically want to touch base on. Obviously, there's music. I know how to do 3D audio. Um, yeah, but I'm just gonna wrap that up. If you have any other questions about my project or anything, I can send you more information. But this is just a basic overview, and I showed you a couple of my scripts. I have a lot more scripts, but I'm not gonna show all of them in this video. All right, thanks. See ya.